or where you end up, human beings have this miraculous ability to make that place home. These words are not my own, but Creed Barton's, the infamous tax evading criminal of Dunder Mifflin's fiction office. And as I've come to form my own interpretation of what home means, Creed's words have stuck by me. Not because I love The Office, unpopular opinion, I think it's actually just okay, but because they were relayed onto me by Mr. Pizzeri, who, ironically enough, is someone who plays his own role in my definition of home. You see, to me, home has never been physical or grounded. I've lived under 4 different roofs with 4 different sets of guardians the last 3 years, but I've always felt at home. I found myself sitting in the Picado's kitchen and felt at home. I found myself sitting in the middle of nowhere, Massachusetts, and felt at home. And I found myself at a zero-waste restaurant in The Hague and felt at home. All 3 of these places are vastly different, but they overlap on one thing. In each instance, I was surrounded by people I loved. As a school of expats, many of us, myself included, have had no choice in leaving behind countries, friends, and even parents. But regardless of everything we've left behind, I've never truly felt that I had to abandon home. Because ever since I can remember, I have found home in the people around me, not in the space I'm in. And these people don't have to be related. These people don't even have to be people I love, as long as they're people that I can learn from and laugh with. I think this ability to find people you can connect with wherever you are is a secret superpower that is instilled in the people who study or work at schools like CDS. You see, when you're in a community of expats, you learn to get to know people really, really quickly. If we put our mind to it, most of us could probably strike up a conversation with anyone across the globe without thinking twice, because it's what we're used to. But as with many gifts, it's one that came from toil. The reason we can easily meet new people, even if we're amongst the shyest of the shy, is because we're constantly doing it, but also means we're constantly saying goodbye. You see, not every CDS graduate will have mastered the art of trigonometry by the time they graduate. Or most of them have not mastered the art of conjugating every single Spanish verb. Most of them have not mastered the art of drawing the perfect 2-point perspective, no matter how hard Muzmuda tries. I, for one, still struggle with all 3, especially trigonometry. But without a fault, every kid who graduates CDS has mastered the art of the goodbye. People in communities like ours, for us, life is a connection of memories created with people that we may never see again. And while that's perfectly normal, every life is a collection of memories with people you may never see again. There will eventually be a last time that you see or talk to every single person in this call. However, it's not normal for you to be conscious of that thought from the very moment you begin your schooling. It's not just the kids who leave, it's staff as well. But while their presence may be temporary, the memories formed and the lessons learned are permanent. The truth is, we're raised ever so familiar with the question of not knowing how long we have left with the people we cherish most. And of all the trigonometry and this conjugation of Spanish verbs and the 2-point perspectives and the goodbyes, that one is the lesson that CDS has left me most strongly. The lesson of showing the people around you that you care. Because in the blink of an eye, your favorite person might be leaving to Argentina, and your mentor back to Florida, and your parents back to Venezuela. Let your best friend know that you love them, and your inspiration know that you admire them, especially when those 2 are the same person. If you see a post or a TikTok or an article that reminds you of someone, send it over. It'll probably be the best part of their day. If you like a freshman's t-shirt or sophomore's Halloween costume or a senior speech, let them know. Appreciate the people you have and don't let the fear of losing them keep you from loving them. If you open yourself up to getting to know anyone around you, you open up a space within you for them to find home. You have no idea the kind of impact that can have on somebody. My parents, whom I find myself so lucky to have, raised me on values of love and exploration. And as much as they loved me on their own, and as lucky as I am to be born into the Andrade Quinteros, they always inculcated the value of chosen families. I would not be the person I am today without my parents, Natalia and Carlos. But I also would not be the person I am today without the parents that I have found as a fruit of circumstance. The Picado Irutes, Mariana's parents, Enrique and Eugenia. The Trejo Suarez, Juli's parents, Deborah and Alberto. The Foti Lopez's, Stefano and Luciano's parents, Maria Teresa and Fabio. They've all at some point taken me in or opened their hearts to me. So to my families, biological and otherwise, thank you for opening your arms, your hearts, and your homes to me in the past few years. I'm eternally grateful for you. Of course, queen amongst all, I could never forget the feistiest of my mothers, CDS's very own Ana Oliveras, who has known me too far for her own good and knows me too well for my own good. I love you all. The surprises of this year have really put us through the ringer. And as we step into a field of uncertainty, like coming to you as someone who doesn't even know if they'll be at college in the fall and who is currently wearing pajamas to her senior speech, make sure to open your heart to the people around you, regardless of who you are or who they are, because you never know where you'll find yourself. Act with love and gratitude, and the rest will follow. For in the words that Mr. Zamora said to me that forever changed my life, you don't have to fill things with fluff. Instead, let your actions speak for themselves. Thank you for your time. I know that was a little bit lengthy and it was quite emotive, so I hope you enjoyed. That was my speech, and without further ado, I would like to move on to other senior talents that we are so lucky to be sharing with you today. First of which is Joao on the guitar. I hope you enjoy.
All right, so yeah, I lost you there. There you are.
Thank you, Joel, for your lovely performance. I think the biggest mistake of my CBS career was competing against Joel in the talent show, not 1, but 2 years in a row, and losing both times for obvious reasons. So now that we have the guitar, we do have a special bit on the piano by another fellow senior. So if you could please virtually welcome G Shui to perform for us.
Sorry. Let's try that again. Hey, Sophia, why don't let me try something real quick, and I'll get that one up and running again. So you need to tell some jokes.
Oh God. I'm not great with jokes. However, I am okay with fun facts. First up is the fact that Dishi can actually play the piano blindfolded. I don't know if he'll be doing that for us today, but regardless, I think that proves his piano skill. I tried learning the piano multiple times and always failed, so it's not really my thing. Neither are jokes, but I try my best. I hope everyone's enjoying it so
good.
far. I know that this is kind of unorthodox. Ooh, yes, we're up and running.
I think we got it. All right, let's try that again. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. This is it. Fantastic, G. Fantastic. Right, Sofia. What's next?
If I'm not mistaken, that was the last of our musical performances. However, there is a collection of videos and pictures that was put together by our own Valerie Rabinovich, kind of depicting the entirety of the senior class in one last long feat of nostalgia. So, without further ado, if we could introduce Valerie's filmography skills.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. Here we go. All right, let's see if I can get to it.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. You in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
I'll see you again.
We've come a long way,
Came a long way
from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Let me tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling stronger. What's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last time.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
All right, so I think it's not just me. who got a little emotional, although it might be just me who was just watched cry by 120 people. I didn't really prepare any huge closing statement, although this is the end of our assembly. However, I would like to say an immense thank you to everyone who's been a part of the community that has watched me grow for the last 6 years. I was also new at CDS at some point. I was also struggling at CDS at some point. But honestly, I'm so proud to be leading a school where I felt so much love and so much community, even if we don't always traditionally show it. Like our pep rallies might not be the best ones, and we might not always have incredible school spirit, but I know that we're all proud of where we come from, and that while our strengths might lie differently than other traditional schools, we're going to leave here with a set of skills that no other place could have provided. And that part of those skills come from the people that were around us, and that's obviously something that we couldn't have and have had anywhere else. So thank you to everyone who was featured in that video. Thank you to everyone who joined on the call today, and to everybody else that wasn't able to come. I wish you were here, because this is an excellent closing, unorthodox and in pajamas, and the whole works, the whole 9 yards, but just as special. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Sofia. Guys, thank you for joining on this last kind of high school assembly. I think I'd be remiss if I didn't have an opportunity to thank the student council and thank Sofia for, I think, her really great leadership this year. You handled everything that we had this year, I think, with class, Sofia. You spoke for all of your kids, meaning all of your students, all of your peers. And those are what leaders are supposed to do. I hate this time of year and I love this time of year. So I always get emotional because we don't get to see you guys as much as we would love to right now. And I didn't think this would happen as I'm thinking through this. So please excuse the tears. But Sofia, thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for not just guiding, like I said, not just guiding your student body, but I think being good, wise counsel to me as a student. And so as your principal, I thank you. And to everyone else, we still got one more big, huge assembly, awards assembly next Wednesday, and then seniors, we get to graduate together, whether it's face to face or virtually. We'll have another opportunity to celebrate you guys. So again, thanks for everyone for coming and for just joining. And it's still within, actually, if it was a normal break time, you guys would be late to class. So I'm making you all late to class. But yeah, thank you guys again. Thank you for everything that you guys have done over this year. Thank you for being flexible. Thank you for adjusting during this time. I've always known and thought and known that teenagers can be and usually are some of the most resilient people around. You guys have an incredible ability to be flexible. And I would just leave you with this. Don't ever count yourself short. Always know that you guys can do much, much more than you can think or imagine, as long as you put your mind, time, and effort to it. And I hope that during this time, you guys have been at home and have had an opportunity to reflect on that you guys can do things. You guys can make things happen. You guys can make change happen. You guys are the leaders of the future. So take that with hopefully a sense of humbleness, as well as a sense of encouragement and a challenge, um, as you guys move forward. So thank you guys. Thanks for letting me as well cry to 120 of you guys. So enjoy the rest of your week. Finish strong, everyone. And we'll see you next week.